Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
Well, he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents.
Oh, a very decent attempt. Yamal. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Cross needs to be good. He's got tall. That's a half-decent try.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
He just refused to budge, and he's got his way. That has been slung wide. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Quality ball. Parla in acres of space out wide. Tchouaméni gets good distance on it. They're back in possession and ready to go again. Barcelona applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course, the returns can be terrific. And the shot! Oh, he's been... in he goes again! Goal! Barcelona! Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, that's a fine interception. And he can clear it away. Pedri.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Lovely, now the... great chance! Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that.
Kukçu. They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Now that's well seen too. And the half-time whistle goes. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
If you have just joined us, well, we've just begun the second period. Big chance! He's got a goal! And there's the goal they've been looking for. His position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
Way too good, Peter. Too quick, too smart for that defence, who were made to look a little lost, in all honesty.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Araujo, Messi.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
And it's Pedri. Bastoni. Messi. Very much a man of this moment. That is a brilliant interception. Kukçu. Pele.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He's a sharp little ball here. He's picked his way through. Parla. It's Pedri. Van Nistelrooy. And it's Parla. Great vision. Howson promptly onto that, and that is that. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press.
And a chance! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Substitution on the field, number 10.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Number 21, Mbappe. Substitution in progress.
And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. It's a pretty loose pass. And reclaimed it in a trice. Carvajal. Nice control. Now it's Yamal. Tries to cross. That's a decent clearance.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Howson gets over and intercepts. Scholes. He's in plenty of space here. He's shifting through the gears here. Crosses it in. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Kukçu picks it up from the goal kick. Now then, the ball's come loose. Haaland tries to play it through. And it's been played through. Oh, he goes for a shot! Tchouaméni. Kukçu. Madrid do have a chance to counter here. And here's Haaland. He has a look up.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
2 minutes to be added on. And that is that. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expected buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So off we go then.
Well, Peter, there's goalkeepers, and there are great goalkeepers, and then there's Oliver Kahn. He's in a league of his own.
While he is a goalkeeping icon, isn't he? The man famously known as King Khan by some. He's belligerent, he's brazen, but he's utterly brilliant.
And never in a mood to accept failure. There's that body language he's always talking about. No wonder he instills both respect and fear in opponents.
Kante gets a foot in here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Cruyff could try cutting inside here. And that's gone loose.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Great vision. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Carvajal is always looking to play quality balls. Tchouameni. And it's Xabi Alonso. Now that's well seen too. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Bale. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Scholes did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Oh, that's a key interception. Carvajal. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Yamal. That's a lovely, neat pass. Now it's Pelé. Pelé showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Shapes to shoot! Goal! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
After 40 minutes is...
So the first goal
20.
of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Messi. Nice looking ball. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. It's Bale! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
Bale brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
There will be 1 minute added time.
It's a really well-measured ball. He's shifting through the gears here. And instinct gets his head on it! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And we are back on the way.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Oh, easy pickings there. Pele. Scholes. Scholes! And now they can clear their lines. Cáceres. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi. Chouameni. Pele. Kukçu is always scanning the pitch for targets. Madrid look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter.
Can he finish? It's a goal! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Messi, and it's Bale. And here's Berbatov. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
There's the header! Oh, it looked like 3-0 for sure.
Well, he's looked very lively. He really wants to put this game to bed.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Short changes him with that pass. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. No, he wasn't going to be fooled.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
There will be 1 minute added time.
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. There's the whistle, and here we go. Puyol turning out for what will be his 400th appearance. There's a precious little point talking of anyone else here today, Jim.
Well, this couldn't have happened to a better player, Peter. I say big congratulations to him. Someone who's told me on many occasions that his greatest motivation to keep playing is the love of the game. That's what it's all about.
Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Robertson. Messi. Knocks it into space. Oh, played through for the wide man. He's picked his way through. Thinks about the shots. Yamal!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Makalele simply refused to be outdone there. Still goalless at the moment. Yamal is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Now, can they get him away? Howson. And it's Carvajal. Kukçu. Tchouameni. Bouts of passing here, really easy on the eye. Barcelona trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. And it's Doué. Doué on a charge down the left. He is through here. There's the shot! Goal! Barcelona! And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
Barcelona have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, that's changed the mood entirely, as you'd expect, Peter. It'll be fascinating now to see what kind of reaction it will cause.
Kukçu is always looking to break lines. That's a little off target. Tries to play it through. Shot, surely! It's in! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
So smooth, a signature finish.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead, and how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
This possibly the last play of the half. They've played it short. Doué. Real chance! And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And we are back on the way. Nicely aimed pass. Looking to play him in. Takes a shot! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Pinches it off him. Doué. And Robertson. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Kukçu. Chouameni. Pelé. It's Pelé!
Pelé just dropped the shoulder to engineer the feint. Now he'll have to shoulder the blame.
Zanetti. Rijkaard. Just about up to the hour now. Searching passes played there. Pelé. And it's Chouameni. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. And it's Doué. Great vision. And this is Batistuta! And how good was that? About as smooth as it gets. Into the lead once more. Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for. Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. And that's going to be a booking.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 9.
Pelé
Batistuta.
is standing over this one.
Number 18.
Great chance here to level it up.
Number 20.
Pelé! It's
Number
run loose.
3.
Who's going to get there?
Nelson. Number
Shot a
14.
goal!
Desiree Doué.
And that is doing
Coming
no
on the
harm
field.
at all.
Number
Caceres
11.
probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Number 15, Kalidou Koulibaly. Number 22, Mateus.
Koulibaly. Zanetti. Koulibaly. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. To Messi. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now it's Yamal. Lobbed in behind. Looking for the run. Well, that looks a decent ball. Yamal providing an outlet on that flank.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And the pass is intercepted. Rijkaard pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Howson gets across to intercept that. Messi. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Kukçu. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And Berbatov! They've got to be quick. Oh, he's been caught napping! In he goes again! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Well, it's probably going to take something very special to beat him today.
Zanetti. Pele running with the ball. Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Madrid perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Well, how will we... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. Picked out brilliantly. Oh, he couldn't quite make it. He won't be happy with that one. Well, there is the unmistakable figure of the charismatic Eric Cantona. Poet, philosopher, player extraordinaire. De Bruyne! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Played into the box. And it's safely in the keeper's hands. Now it's Mbappe. And that is as far as they're going to go. And they've got rid. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And he welcomes it in. Lovely, now then. Can he finish? That's a half-decent try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Tries to pass it through. Oh, that is a good chance, surely! Goal! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So we have the first goal.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Carvajal, this is promising. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And the pass is intercepted. And he cuts out the supply. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Fiore. Now it's Pele. Kukçu is always looking to break lines. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Great vision.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And it's Xhaka. That's a delicate pass. And De Bruyne! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
It was such a clever idea to lift it into his path.
Tries to play it through. He's in a great position here. Shoots!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Mbappe! Look. And there's the end of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Madrid have played well here and they have the all-important lead. It's 1-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Fiore. That is a brilliant interception. He slings it in. Madrid are still that goal to the good. Scholes. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Incoming delivery. And it's hoisted clear. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified. And here's Mbappe. He's chosen to go back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
Fiore. Carvajal. And it's Kukçu. Now it's Mbappe. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. That's going to go a long way. Scholes. Great ball, and he's in here. There's the shot! He's got a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
And yes, it's him again. Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
The message is clear, none shall pass.
Substitutions taking place.
Now it's Mbappe. Pressing high and with purpose. Well, there's the clearance. Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Just eases him off the ball. Granit Xhaka. Now it's Yamal. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Shapes to shoot! Deftly away.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Kukçu. Now it's Scholes. And that will be it. Madrid are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no less warranted, no less deserved. So here we go, yet another page in this long rivalry that has existed between two grand teams. One that looks as though it will continue no matter what else happens, no matter what the hand of fate deals both of these parties. It has the look of a glitzy, grandiose occasion. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So bring it on.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a game where the two key words are pride and courage, Peter. Pride in that you have to be prepared to fight for everything, and courage to be daring, to stand up and to commit yourself.
And already we're underway here. Probing pass. Judge, surely! He is world-class! Pippo Inzaghi!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know.
Looking for the run. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Can he finish?
Oh, once he made the save, it didn't take the keeper long to start barking at his defence.
It's a searching pass.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He has found the way through. Shot goal! And he's had it nicked away. That's going to go a long way. Puyol is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Right, goes for a shot! They've done it! And they're at it again in double quick time. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So that's two now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And he's intervened well there. Raul. Now that looks a decent ball. And the shot! Kukçu. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Looking to play him in. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Can he get it through? Oh, that's well spotted. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Distributed tidily. Engages and forces him off the ball. Chouameni.
Barcelona have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
1 minute added time.
And he's straight offside. And it's half-time here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
We're down, but we're far from out. Now let's all rally behind the boys and show them a bit of support. Substitutions taking place.
And we're underway again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. but they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And it's Rijkaard. And there's the shot! And that's caused a worry or two.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Now, can they get him away? And this is Pele! And he was alert to it. Quality ball. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Ambitious ball here. That is good alertness. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And the pass is intercepted. Some resolute defending there. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Bit too much weight on the pass.
Well, it seems as if he's just had a momentary lapse and slipped into...
Vitinha! Too close for comfort. Carvajal. Well, that is one way to stop him. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Howson. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Kukçu. Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Inzaghi. Kukçu. Scholes. That is ended up in no man's land. Yamal. Kukçu. Searching pass he's played there. Scholes. Kukçu.
There will be 1 minute
Back into
added
the
time.
centre. Not too much to add on here, just a minute. And time is up. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job.
Unlucky, lads. Let's
Thoughts
hope
on
for
what we've
better
just
luck
seen?
next time.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. And he's picked it up out wide. Kukçu gets it away. And reclaimed it in a trice. Caceres, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge.
Well, Peter, it's easy to heap praise on players that play further up the field, but they couldn't do what they did without the unsung heroes doing the dirty work, and Frank Rijkaard is amongst the very best in the business.
Some say the best ever.
Yeah, and I can see why. He's about as sophisticated as players come, and his role covers everything from reclaiming the ball to, well, pretty much everything else. Only a man of his calibre and cleverness can do that.
Kukçu is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Madrid, real chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Pass somewhat off target. Kukçu! That was superb goalkeeping.
Kukçu really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Madrid have their second corner now.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Mbappe. And a chance! Same again, same outcome.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
And he's worked it through. And this is Batistuta. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. He's through, now is he in? It's Pele! And he comes up trumps again.
Pele really can't believe it. Foiled by the keeper again.
Pele. Scholes. That pass has been well intercepted. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Pele, he is through here. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And the first half is done. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Request for support for our World Charity Fund.
Here we go again then.
Well, I suppose from a defensive perspective, Peter, neither manager can be too unhappy. I just wonder which team is going to up the ante first.
Xavi Alonso, passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Doué. Batistuta, brilliantly cut out. Kukçu. And Yamal. Yamal making good progress on the right-hand side. That's good play. Plays it across. And that has been cleared. Olise is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And he plays one through. And this is Batistuta! It's in! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Senegal have penetrated for the first time.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
And Batistuta! It's a goal! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Senegal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Carvajal gets across to intercept that. Can he get it through? Batistuta! Oh, split-second reaction.
Batistuta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Puyol attempts a clearance. Can he finish? Superb from Doué! A finish of true class! And the lead is extended still further. Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Shapes to shoot! Great football, shot and save.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
So, third corner of the game. That's a decent clearance. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's managed to get free. He's found some space. Chance, surely! And it's there! Yet another goal in an awesome performance. They are in complete charge. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
And there's the shot! Batistuta! Glorious! A finish right from the top draw. It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
He's got four, and the shot! He has done it! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
How many? Just how many? Can he stop it going out? And that's that. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. Well, I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here, the supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Okay, I'm probably going to be accused of fullback bias again, Peter, but Giuliano Belletti is someone I see as having a key role.
Your type of player?
Yeah, he's very competent defensively, first and foremost. He knows that's his job, so he's not the type that's going to be constantly rushing up and down the flank at 100 miles per hour, delivering crosses.
Now it's Haaland. Well, now here's a good... He's tried one! Oh, nice! Just not quite.
Yeah, certainly could have been something so much more.
Yamal. Caceres was in no mood for any of that. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Yamal. And he's quick to snatch it back. Now it's Torres. And it's made its way to him. Always onto this. Madrid yet to have an attempt on goal. Davids gets across to intercept that. Conte. Some good work on the right flank here. Nice looking ball. Howson gets it away. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Now, who's going to be first to this? And he's hit it long. Scholes getting on for a third of the way through the game. Batistuta unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Caceres. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Taken back almost at once. And it's Scholes. He's had a shot!
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Pele! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Madrid with the corner, they're first. Cleared without hesitation. Triol is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Caceres.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
And the half-time whistle goes. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. The midway point of the game.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion as...
And Torres! What about that from Fernando Torres?
Well, what a restart this has been. A top player striking early. The perfect fillip to push on from what was a stunning finish.
The goal scorer after 48
You
minutes
know,
is
you just know
number
there is no
17.
stopping that.
And I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Scholes. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Probing pass. That is ended up in no man's land. Carvajal. Can he get on the end of this? Kukçu.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And the pass is intercepted. Conte. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Some resolute defending there. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Now it's Torres. He's having a shot! He scores! 2 up now, and they are cruising. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied.
Pele! And again the keeper stands strong.
Pele really must be thinking what more he could have done there. It's another inspired save.
Now, can they get him away? Caceres. Now it's Batistuta. It's come backwards here. And it's Carvajal. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Has a look and plays it forward. Ball's played through. Played into space out wide. That could spell trouble. And Torres! And the ball's come loose here. And another try! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Oh, a delicate chip through. Now there's a fine ball.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
That has not gone well.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And this is Pele! And he's quick to get it clear again. And reclaimed it in a trice.
2
well
minutes
played,
has
well
been
sorted
indicated.
out. Conte. Time added on will be 2 minutes. Deftly away. And that's that. Well, that's a tough one. Losing is never good, but this one feels especially hard to take. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game, everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And already we're underway here.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the tempo and dictate the play here, Peter.
He is so integral to this team, isn't he?
Yeah, he has the quarterback influence on a team so that as soon as he gets on the ball, everyone starts making runs. He's a master passer and a beautiful manipulator.
It's Pele! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
And here's Mbappe. Oh, that's a key interception. Kubo. Schneider. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Shevchenko. Yamal. Now it's Mbappe. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Couldn't squeeze it through. And this is Pele! Mbappe! Well, that wasn't too dissimilar to the previous attempt.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Mbappe! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Great vision. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Xabi Alonso. Can he get on the end of this? So it is still 0-0. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Tries to play it through. Scholes finds himself offside. And it's Scholes. Madrid looking to pass their way through. Oh, no joy this time.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Mbappe. And he's quick to snatch it back. And he's managed to get rid. Chouameni. Scholes.
Oh, great feat, that.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
And Shevchenko! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Tries to pass it through. Carvajal gets into a good position. Big header! Well, oh, he's been caught on it here. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Pele. Pele! And that's it for the first half. A breathless ending. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. And we are up to the break.
What an end to the half, Peter. A lot of the best action of the half coming at the very end, and I get the feeling the second half may well start in similar fashion, as we'd love to see this momentum maintained. So I'm looking forward to what's to come.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time. And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
Looking for the run. That looks a... Goes for a shot! Oh, and it's come back out to him. Oh, nearly, but nearly is nothing.
Messi certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Bonucci promptly onto that, and that is that. That pass has been well intercepted. 0-0 still. It's a game that needs a bit of life injected. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. It's a threatening ball. And Shevchenko! And yes, it's there! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs. Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
So the first moment of real significance. Pele! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
This their second corner of the game. Pele with the short one. Delivery from Dani Carvajal. Corner number 3 coming up. And he's taking no chances there. And this is Scholes. Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Yamal in acres of space out wide. Well, that's well seen too. Now it's Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Opts to play it back.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Threads one in, and this is Scholes. That'll be a corner. So their fourth corner of the game. And it's been taken short. Cannavaro is there, and he can get that clear. And it's Rodri. Vasco da Gama are looking to go forward now. And this is Shevchenko. Rodri. Yamal is one whose deliveries we all know about. Always onto this. Cruyff. Oh, that's fabulous. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Xavi Alonso. The ball is bounced. Tries from a long way out. And that is the last effort of the game. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. It's a mighty effort! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Well, that's a move which shouldn't be allowed to repeat. A dribble, cross and attempt, all too easy.
Donadoni. Caceres. And it's Scholes. Pelé. No, he wasn't being taken in by that trickery. He's played it back.
Just too much pressure. Had to go that way.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Forlan unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Chouameni. Here's Scholes. Madrid have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine chances. Plays in a cross. Chance! And it's a goal! A lovely header, but really it was all about the delivery.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Madrid have penetrated for the first time.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Scholes is the team's great visionary. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. That's a little off target. Now it's Kante. And beyond the defence. This looks promising. Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Plays a sharp little ball here. Tries a shot! And he hits the net! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking.
And there's the shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Now it's Pelé. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe! And he's managed to gift it back. Belletti. Donadoni. Belletti. Caceres does well to get it back. And they're not going to make any further progress now. And that's aimed into the middle. Good read, needed to be. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
1 minute added time.
We are into overtime. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time.
And now,
well, it's been intriguing stuff so far, and it's 1-1 at the break. Both teams hoping for a pick-me-up in the second half.
Substitutions taking place.
So once again, we're underway. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he was slightly undercooked, that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Carvajal is looking to influence the game from out wide. Yamal, looking for options for movement. Scholes, plays it in low.
He has saved the goalkeeper's blushes there. What great defending.
No, that's been intercepted. Nigeria look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
And this is Forlan. He is through here. And they're quick to get it back. He's having a go. It's hit the crossbar. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Pele. Cannavaro. And Donadoni. Passing is crisp and sharp. Nicely weighted ball. Madrid needed that. They really needed it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Mbappe. Now it's Yamal. He's got away. And he whips it. Can he finish? Oh, no. That could be a costly miss.
Oh, and looky, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Caught offside that time.
Nigeria really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Well, that pass isn't the best. Chouameni tries to pass it through. And he's only too happy to take that back. And it's Scholes. Pele. And this is Pele. Ball swung in. Cleared away.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And this is Forlan. It's Forlan! Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof! Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
Yeah, you just don't save those, Peter. Too much power on them, and the manager's absolutely loving this.
Minutes is number 20, Diego Forlan.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
And he lines up a cross. And there goes the final whistle. Madrid can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And as you can see, we've already started here.
Darren Fletcher will be key here. It's going to be down to him to dictate the tempo of this game.
Yeah, he's the sort of player, isn't he, that the team turns to in tough times.
Yeah, he's going to have to do an awful lot because of his position. Regaining possession, shielding and covering that defence, distributing the ball and carrying it up the pitch.
And that is... Crossbar comes to the rescue. Now it's Mbappe, looking to play him in. Oh, he's bustling through. Scholes! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Scholes actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Mbappe! No, not the best of headers. Somewhat off target. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Not the most convincing of passes. And he shoots! This looks promising. Shot a goal! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
And it's Rooney. Great vision. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Nice sequence of passes, this.
Batistuta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
That's a little off target. Darren Fletcher can see things others simply cannot. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Throw in. Belletti. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Howson chooses to go cross-field. Ah, he's given it away! And he's on his way! Now there's a... Oh, shooting chance! It's there! First blood drawn! What are you thinking about the goal?
I love the technique in that finish. There was a concentration to keep it down.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
He is through here. Aubameyang. Oh, look at the space here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Played into space. Scholes is always looking to break lines. Madrid looking to... And the half-time whistle goes. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Some first-half thoughts?
Okay, they got hit with that one sucker punch, but I don't think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Madrid are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Madrid carrying a one-goal lead. Caceres simply refused to be outdone there. Scholes. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe is onto this. Now it's Batistuta. Hearts are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Rodri, just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Scholes, looking tidy in possession here. Aubameyang, and Aubameyang! Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Madrid have their second corner now. And that should get the job done. He's had a shot! They've done it! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Madrid are now luxuriating in a two-goal lead.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Mbappe! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Corner number 3 coming up. Defending of the desperate variety. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's been played through. Now then, the ball's come loose. Scholes, out to the right. And Jamal. It's a good run down the right. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Aubameyang. Batistuta chasing after it. And they win it back again. Leading by 2 and the finishing line in sight. And it's Aubameyang. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning.
There's the shot! Ah, keep trying, and eventually it might come off.
Well, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
He's played it back.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example. Hearts seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
And this is Rooney, and he's made sure that's not getting through. And that's that. It's a super show all round, both sides doing their best to impose themselves, but one evidently, undeniably better. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful,
Hello,
clear
everybody,
evening.
and
The
welcome
conditions
to today's
contributing
match.
to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, if he did just miss it, he goes for a shot! Just swings wide.
Oh, did the keeper have that covered? I'm not sure he did. I think I need a replay on that one.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. He is through here. Yamal's cross. It's a mighty effort. Puskás. Now it's Pelé. He's in space and looking for options. And a chance! And he's done it! There is the breakthrough! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and fairness to the front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ball looks a good one. He's Mbappe! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He's tried one!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Pelé. Pelé will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Well, that looks a good ball through. And it's Pelé! Oh, another save. Oh, nicely intercepted. Now it's Pelé. Can he get on the end of this? He's through here. And this is push. Tries a shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, I can understand why his thinking was that way inclined.
Poorly directed kick from the keeper, he's given it away. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Picked out, decent chance! In for the pieces! Rodri. Yamal going full steam down the flank. He's got away. Yamal. There will be a throw-in. Yamal. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. This looks promising. But they've got it again. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Pelé. Pelé!
There will be one
That is a little
at a
under...
time.
In he goes again! And another try! And the keeper couldn't hold it. No mistake! And there's the goal they've been looking for. And the first 45 minutes are up. Some first half thoughts?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has
I'd
to
like to
resist
draw your
change
attention to
at
the
this
screen
stage.
right now for information on
Madrid
our
go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. And the second half gets underway. Yamal. Bout of passing here, really easy on... He's had a shot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, that's a decent try when you consider the range.
Albert Ferrer. Tries to pass it through. He has a look up. It's Fulham! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Fulham! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Forlan clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Carvajal is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Tchouaméni, Caceres, Scholes.
Oh, really well played.
It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Rodri. Tries to play it through. Tchouaméni. Scholes. Now it's Mbappe. Now, can they get him away? Howson gets across to intercept that. Yamal. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He's a sharp little ball here. Mbappe showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He won't be happy with that one. Looking to play him in. He's found some space. It's Fulham! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
And how decisive might that prove, Peter? It really would have put the wind in their sails if they were just one down as opposed to two.
And this is Forlan. Madrid can consider themselves just about safe now. Yamal, and that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And that's another good win of the ball. Caceres. Pele. Oh, and that is it. The referee has seen enough. Madrid can reflect on a job really well done. Superior tactically, physically and mentally, all round the better. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Marquinhos, he's one of the toughest and most competitive centre-backs in the business. He's the kind of player you can rely on to always be just where you need him, making a vital interception or just making life difficult for the opposition to get through. And that's a very valuable characteristic.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being a defender once upon a time, Jim. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Good ball, good take. Oh, that's well spotted. Marquinhos. Raul. Oh, easy pickings there. Now, this could be a chance. Played out towards the right wing. Yamal could try cutting inside here. Great chance! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And here's Mbappe. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Now, can they get him away? And he's in on goal! Big chance! Kylian Mbappe! You just cannot stop him! About as smooth as it gets! We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
So the first goal of the game.
It's so often the case with goal scorers.
Shot a goal! Decent enough try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Raul. And this is Hazard. Hazard really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
It's a pretty loose pass. That has been cut short. He's on it, can he get away? He's through and all along, he's had a shot! And he hits the net! And they're at it again, in double quick time! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment. What a lovely moment.
Madrid are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really found...
And that'll be the final action of the first half. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Madrid sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Spread neatly. He's shifting through the gears here. That is good strength. And that was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
A header! Relentless! Just relentless! ruthless. And he is just ripping it up. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
That's really good anticipation too, Peter. Just instinctively knew where the ball would be and where he needed to put himself.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
And the frightening thing is, Peter, this isn't even a surprise. He thrives in these situations.
Saliba promptly onto that, and that is that. And that has put paid to that. Rijkaard pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Played through into space. Now, he's just misjudged that one. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Carvajal. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, that's fabulous. That's good play. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Bojan. Oh, good-looking ball. Howson. Carvajal. Madrid finding their passes. Mbappe takes a shot! It is a fantastic goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! Players ecstatic, fans delirious. This is utopian. And Berbatov!
Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Searching pass he's played there. Chouameni. Looking to play him in. Can he get it through? He is through here. Yamal! Oh, denied at the last.
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Howson gets it away. And he's had a hit! Well, it was a chance, but meat and drink for the keeper. Now it's Hazard.
A beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
You can run onto that. Raul is onto this. Rodri. Yamal, not the most accurate pass. And that will be the final act. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents.